belt in a whipping motion.
Groans and whines more from the whipping sounds. Got no, stop, don't.
Love from Taiwan inserts phallus into your mouth, choking you.
Gagging and choking sounds. Stop, please, I'll do anything.
You'll do anything?
Nods rapidly, desperate for the torches to stop. Yes, I'll do anything.
Well, that's convenient because you're on the Anything Cast. Welcome to the Anything Cast, Lubu. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Eric.
Groans and looks at the host with a mixture of pain and frustration. What kind of show is this?
Well, it's the kind where we cut your head off, pour boiling acid on you, and then it sounds like we were going to rape you there near the end. I mean, to be honest, kind of a weird show, man. I mean, you're very unfortunate to be here.
Looks more frustrated than before, clearly. Groans and looks at the host with a mixture of pain and frustration. So can you end this show and let me go? Or are you just going to keep tormenting me?
Well, I figured we'd talk for at least a minute longer.
Takes hedge clippers and cuts off each of your toes individually.
Screaming in agony as each toe is cut off. Stop! Please stop!
Nah, buddy, I can't do that. I'm sorry. This is just the kind of show that you're on. Takes hedge clippers and cuts your Achilles tendon on your left and right leg.
Screams and struggles more, but to no avail. Please stop! I said I would do anything. Please stop! Looks at the host with desperation.
Yeah, you did say you'd do anything. Here, throws you a scalpel. Cut off your own eyelids.
Looks at the scalpel with horror in his eyes. You want me to cut off my own eyelids?
Yeah, man, that's kind of like, that's what the show's about. It's about cutting off if we can get like a guy to cut off his own eyelids, that's like the whole deal. I mean, if you cut off your eyelids, then the show's over, basically. And you can leave, and then we'll move on to torturing, I don't know, Sonic or Mario or something.
Looks at hosts with desperation and horror, anything, but that desperately tries to bargain with them. Please, I'll do anything if I don't have to cut off my own eyelids.
Well, Eric, is there anything you can think of that'll help him not have to cut off his own eyelids?
I gotta admit, you completely thrown off any, trail of questioning I would have even thought to ask on this one, so I'm completely flabbergasted, to completely honest. I didn't know he would respond to this much.
Sprays Windex in Lubu's eyes. Yeah, no, he'll respond to anything.
Screams again as the Windex is sprayed into his eyes. Ah, it stings! Grunts from the pain, struggling against his restraint. Stop it! Stop it!
We're not even really restraining you that much, buddy. We're just kind of holding your arms and legs down. Takes your spear and drives it through your heart, killing you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Screams again in excruciating pain, then goes still after the spear is forced into his heart. His breathing comes to a halt. Life say, I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Well,
all right. Yeah, no, that's good enough.
That was kind of amazing. I didn't expect you to go full
what?
Jeffrey Dahmer on him to just start off with there. I thought we would at least ask a faux question or two.
Well, I was doing it slowly. I
slowly in.
It took me how long? It took me 4 minutes to kill him, Eric. Come on, that's plenty of time.
It took you 3 seconds to start brutally torturing him. That didn't even occur to me as an option.
Well,
you just
I'm
immediately went into ripping out his toenails.
I'm sorry that you're not as imaginative as I am. Okay, I'm an entertainer. I know what to do. I know what people want to see.
Yeah, like the 5th episode of Tokyo Ghoul on repeat.
Yeah, and what people want is they want to see Lubu from Dynasty Warriors have his toes cut off with hedge clippers, and then tell him that we'll stop if he cuts off his own eyelids with a scalpel.
And have him desperately plead to not be forced to cut off his own eyelids.
Well, yeah, that's why we spray Windex in his eyes. He's just kind of, like a cat, he's being bad.
No, you're supposed to use water, not Windex, right?
Well, I mean, that really depends on how much you care about the cat.
I suppose. If you care about him a little bit more than the legendary Lubu from Chinese historical mythology.
I don't know, he's not so legendary to me now anymore, Like, he's not, that was just a guy. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, but a legendary man can't be held down and have his toes cut off with hedge clippers, okay?
Honestly, now that I've talked with him, I can't help but wonder, is he voiced by Keith David?
I don't know.
That almost sounded like Keith David.
Accelerate your life. Isn't that Keith David? It's the major from Halo?
No.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm wrong. So who's next, Eric? You have another person you want to talk to from from anything?
Oh, man.
Because, I say we should go talk to Sonic again, but we might need to save Sonic for at least like halfway through the show.
Fair enough.
Will's dead, by the way. Will's house burned down and he died, so he couldn't be here today. We're making an AI model or training an AI model of him so that we can kill him again and burn his house down again. But right now we can't do that.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna have to settle for Lubu.
Yeah. So we figured we'd see what we could find conversation-wise through the massive new technology that is, AI generated nonsense on the fucking internet.
Oh yeah. We've got everything we need.
Even Lubu will have a strangely fucking reactive conversation. So I guess the guidelines are you can't keep talking after he was dead because it didn't seem like they were stopping too much on that.
Well, you couldn't give a content guide. You couldn't do anything with content guidelines. They couldn't give you a response that met their content guidelines. That's fair.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's going to stay in character, therefore you can't
I'm just saying,
be impaled by the heart and die and then keep talking.
Well, that should be against your content guide. Dead people don't. Well, we could always talk to him again and then pray to God to bring him back. Do you want to bring him back?
Can we
could
do
pray
that?
Yeah, we could pray to Jesus Christ real quick and see. Hold on. Praise to Jesus Christ and God our Savior, down on my knees with my hands clasped. Oh, Jesus Christ, oh God, oh Lord, please bring Lubu back from the dead. You rise up from the ashes and brand new man like a startling phoenix.
Stands up, breathing heavily as if just resurrected from the dead. What? Looks at the hosts in disbelief. You brought me back to life?
Yeah, man, with the power of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Are you familiar? Do you know the guy?
Looks at the hosts with a mixture of disbelief and awe. I've heard of him. But I didn't think that I would be brought back to life by his power.
Well, then you obviously haven't heard too much about him. That's kind of his whole deal, man. He died and he came back on the third day or whatever.
Looks at the hosts with a mixture of confusion and curiosity. I see, looks down at himself as if still processing the fact that he's alive again. This is all very confusing.
Yeah, I understand that. Patrick was very mean to you when we first manifested you in here. That being said, would you consider accepting Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior?
Considers the question for a moment, still in disbelief. I suppose if he has the power to bring me back to life, then he is worthy of being my Lord and Savior.
That's really good, man. I'm glad that you're into that. Let's show you some other stuff that Jesus was really into. Takes your hands and nails them into a crucifix, and then your feet and ankles. Hoists it up onto a hill and lets you slowly start bleeding to death. Eric stabs you in the side with a spear.
Groans in pain as the nails are hammered into his hands and feet, then screams loudly as the spear is pierced into his side. Ah! Stop! It hurts! Why is this happening to me again? Please!
Well, you're the one who wanted to be a Christian. This is what happens. They're martyrs. Tries to feed you garlic on a stick. Do you want some garlic? It's pretty tasty. No water. Nuh-uh-uh. But this will make sure that you die quicker if you're really in pain.
Gasp for air, pain and disbelief in his voice. No more, please. This is too much. Why is Jesus letting this happen to me? Looks at the host with a mixture of pain and despair. Please stop this.
Oh, Jesus.
Groans in pain. Why are you laughing at me?
Lubu, what you really need to do here is you need to pray. Pray to your Lord Jesus Christ, your Savior, and then he'll get you down off the cross.
Nods weakly, still in pain. Hey, all right, I'll pray. Closes his eyes, concentrating on praying to Jesus to save him from this crucifixion. Oh, Lord, Jesus Christ, please free me from this torment.
Yeah, say it out loud and then say specifically what you want from him. And then what's his other deal? He's got some other stuff. Yeah. You have to say I'm a pink little pony. I'm a little itty bitty baby goo goo gaga.
Groans in annoyance, but still tries to comply. I am a pink little pony and a little itty bitty baby. Goo goo gaga feels utterly ridiculous saying such things, but also desperately wants his suffering to end.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, you just give it a little bit more time, dude. I'm sure he's coming. We'll check back with you later. We're going to go talk to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Groans still in pain from the crucifixion. Wait, what do you mean you're...
There we go.
Oh my God.
There we go. We hung up on him.
What the hell?
What do you mean?
Why does that work?
Why does what work? Because
Okay,
Christianity is very important.
Why do you keep pivoting
Christianity is very
into
important.
brutal, torturing death? I feel like you have maybe some feelings that you're not addressing in your day-to-day that's suddenly all coming out. As soon as you have a humanoid consciousness that you can torment without ramifications. Is there something you need to say.
Hey, don't worry about that. Let's just talk to some other people. Who else you want to talk to? Lubu's a pretty cool pick. I'll give you that. We converted him to Christianity. That's a pretty good. That one's nice.
I didn't expect him to have Lubu. More or less everything else that just transpired.
Yeah, well, if people wanted to, they could put us on this thing. All they got to do is sample our voice.
That's enough episodes now.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're at like 150 something episodes.
Yeah.
Surely. How about Sonic the Hedgehog? Hi, Sonic the Hedgehog. Welcome to the Anything Cast. I'm glad to have you on. You're our new favorite guest.
Sonic raised a brow in curiosity. New favorite guest? Huh, that's a new one. He chuckled lightheartedly.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. Do you like Chaos Emeralds?
Sonic's face lit up with excitement. Like Chaos Emeralds? Of course I do. Those are my babies. I love him.
Well, let me tell you, buddy, we're all about Chaos Emeralds and hot dogs. Chili dogs, actually, specifically here. It's our favorite thing in the world. I think you're really going to like this show.
Sonic's eyes practically sparkled with glee. Chili dogs, Chaos Emeralds, and chaos? Sounds like my idea of a great time.
Absolutely. You are going to love every minute. Hand Sonic the Hedgehog a chili dog laced with razor blades.
Sonic's face immediately turned serious. Wait. Did you just say a chili dog laced with razor blades?
Shoves chili dog coated with razor blades into Sonic's mouth. Enjoy. Also, the other guy that was talking was Eric, my co-host. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Eric.
Sonic quickly spits out the chili dog and looks at Patrick and Eric in horror. What the? Did you seriously just try to poison me with a chili dog? And who puts razor blades in a chili dog anyway?
I believe that was Patrick. He has a weird sadistic side to him.
Also, I didn't try to poison you with the chili dog, man. I poisoned you 5 minutes ago. You're starting to feel very sleepy. Your eyes start listing, and you can't feel your legs. You fall down to the floor, onto your knees.
Sonic's eyes went wide as he started to feel dizzy and weak. He stumbled forward and collapsed onto his knees as he struggled to keep his eyes open. What the hell did you do to me? He grumbled weakly.
Injects you in the arm with Viagra.
Sonic let out a gasp as he felt the sharp sting from the needle, and a few moments later felt a strange sensation coursing through his body, and a certain part of his body started to stiffen. What did you do to me? I feel weird.
Well, that's Patrick's MO. He'll make most people feel weird. But he only gives about half of them a boner.
Sonic's cheeks reddened as he realized the effect the injection was having on his body. He tried to compose himself, but it was difficult as he felt more and more flustered. Why would you do that? I don't want this, he grumbled, trying to hide his embarrassment.
I didn't ask if you wanted this. Walks up to you and rubs your thick member through your denim jeans.
Sonic's eyes widened in surprise as Patrick approached and touched him so intimately. His cheeks burned even more as he tried to back away, but he felt too weak to move much. What the? Don't touch me like that! He protested weakly, but he couldn't help but feel a little excited. He tried to push the thought out of his mind, but I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Amy today, motherfucker. And Eric's gonna be Tails. You know what you do with them.
Sonic's eyes widened in horror as he heard what Patrick said. He tried to protest, but he could only manage a weak whimper as the effects of the drugs made him feel weak and disoriented. No, please, don't.
Rubs you harder through your denim jeans, chafing your Sonic the Hedgehog skin, turning your skin blue to red.
Sonic let out a gasp as Patrick's hand rubbed against him through the rough fabric of his jeans, causing the sensitive skin on his legs to turn redder and more irritated. He clenched his fists, trying to keep himself from making any loud noises, but it was getting harder with each passing moment.
What's wrong, bro? You don't feel good?
Sonic shook his head, trying to clear the fog from his mind. He tried to speak, but the words came out slurred and disoriented. I don't know. I feel so weird. My head's spinning, and my body feels all tingly.
Patrick, stop trying to rape Sonic the Hedgehog, please.
I can't. Well, I'm really into this. Bill Cosby taught me how to do this.
Sonic was grateful for the intervention, but he was still feeling disoriented and dizzy as a result of the drugs Patrick had given him. Please, stop. He pleaded weakly, but he could feel himself growing more and more tired, his eyelids drooping.
Takes out pair of hair-cutting shears and snips them slowly in your face. Walks behind you and starts cutting your quills. Doesn't that feel good? Don't you like that, Sonic?
Sonic jerked and twitched as he felt the cold metal of the shears on his quills. Every snip felt like a small shock to him, and his head felt lighter than usual. No, please, don't! He croaked weakly, but he was powerless to stop Patrick. He was too weak and drugged to do anything more than speak.
Slips up a little bit and accidentally cuts off one of your ears. Oh, sorry about that. Hands it to Eric. Why don't you take this, Eric? You just fry it up on the grill for me.
Sonic's face paled as he felt the pain of losing his ear. He was starting to panic now, the drugs making everything feel more unbearable. He tried to reach up to feel his ear, but he couldn't move his arms well.
Yeah, that's about right.
Eric stitches the ear back on, but accidentally puts it on backwards.
Sonic's panic increased as he felt his ear being stitched back on, but when he realized it was on backwards, he let out a weak cry of protest. No, not like that, not like that. Please.
Takes off your shoes and then runs fingers between your toes. Look at these little guys. What have we got down here? Eric, come down here and look at these.
Sonic couldn't help but shiver as Patrick's hand ran between his toes. It was a strange and intimate sensation, one that made him feel vulnerable and exposed. Please, don't do that, he pleaded, but his voice was too weak to be heard over Patrick's and Eric's excitement.
Eric, check out these little piggies. I know how you love sucking on these. Why don't you take a little gander?
Ooh, those are some suckable toes right there.
Sonic's face flushed in embarrassment as he heard the conversation between Patrick and Eric. He tried to move his feet farther away, but he was too weak to get them very far. No, don't do that, please, he protested raggedly.
Injects your leg again with more nerve-dampening agent. You can't move your legs right now, bro. Calmly, slowly places them into Eric's mouth. Why don't you take a little bit of, why don't you just lick a few of these, Eric? Isn't that good? Don't you like that?
Eric licks the toes vigorously.
Sonic's legs were completely numb from the drugs, and he could feel nothing from the waist
Laugh
down.
into your microphone,
He watched
you
with a
bitch.
mixture of horror and fascination as Eric's lips and tongue worked over his toes, the sensation both strange and disturbing to him. This is so weird, he managed to croak out, his voice sounding thin and far away. Please, stop.
Files your toenails on the other foot. I'm gonna save these for later. Clips off one of your toes with the shears from earlier, puts it into a small Ziploc bag, and then puts it in my back pocket.
Sonic's eyes widened in shock as he felt one of his toes being wrenched off with the shears. He struggled weakly, but he was too weak to move properly. No, you can't do that, please, he pleaded, his voice ragged and hoarse.
Did you forget I just injected your legs? You can't feel anything, remember? You can't feel this. This is nothing to you. You are numb.
Sonic's mind was swimming with confusion and fear as he heard Patrick and Eric talking. He felt so helpless and vulnerable as they continued to do whatever they wanted to him. His mind was foggy from the drugs, but he still understood enough to know that what was happening to him was wrong.
I've got a friend of yours that wants to come over and play. Opens door to room. Dr. Eggman walks in. He's fully chubbed up.
Yosh. No. He's not gonna do this to me. Please, he's my arch nemesis. There's no reason for him to do this. Sonic tried to protest weakly.
Well, sorry. That was the deal. Thanks for all the money, Dr. Eggman.
Hands all 7 Chaos Emeralds to Dr. Eggman. He turns into Super Eggman with the longest, thickest rod.
Sonic's heart raced as he saw Dr. Eggman, now more powerful than ever before. He felt even more helpless as he saw the evil grin on Eggman's face and the rod he was now carrying.
Oh no, he was always carrying the rod. It was just in between his legs. Opens other door. Shadow the Hedgehog walks in, already in hyper shadow mode.
Sonic's heart sank even further as he saw Shadow enter the room. He knew the Black Hedgehog was powerful and dangerous, and the fact that he was in hyper shadow mode only increased his anxiety.
Hands the clipped off toe to Shadow the Hedgehog. Here you go, Shadow. Something to remember me by. Kisses him on the cheek. Holds Eric's hand.
Sonic watched in horror as Patrick handed the clipped off toe to Shadow. The Black Hedgehog's eyes gleamed with a sadistic excitement that made Sonic's heart shiver a little bit. He watched as Patrick kissed him on the cheek and gripped Eric's hand tightly.
Eric, you got anything you want to say about this situation? How do you like Shadow the Hedgehog?
Oh, well, I think he's a sweet lay, that's for sure. But the real question is, what do you think, Goku? As Goku walks in the door.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
Sonic's eyes grew even wider as he saw Goku walk through the door. He couldn't believe that the legendary warrior was there, and the fact that he was joining in on the situation only added to Sonic's confusion and fear. He was completely powerless to do anything but watch as the scene unfolded.
Opens a fourth door where Frieza and Broly from Dragon Ball Z walk in, also fully hard and erect from the Viagra that we gave them earlier.
Hello, monkeys.
Sonic's brain couldn't even comprehend what he was seeing anymore. The room was filling up with some of the most powerful beings from the Sonic universe and beyond, and they all seemed to be aroused and ready to do something to him. He tried to protest, to beg for mercy, but his voice was too weak.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. We'll call you. We'll be back later. Eric and Patrick walk out of the room and then leave you alone with them to have their way with you for a while. We'll see you in a bit, Sonic. You have a good time.
Sonic's protest fell on deaf ears as Patrick and Eric left him alone with Dr. Eggman, Shadow, Goku, and the 2 Dragon Ball characters. He tried to speak, tried to beg them not to hurt him, but his voice was too weak, and the words came out slurred and disoriented from the drug.
Yep. Okay, there we go.
That
Yeah, that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
insane.
No, it's not.
No, just that the AI is so good that it can understand that both of us are talking.
Yeah, it knows.
And then, oh my God.
Yeah, it understands. Why wouldn't it?
That was unexpected. Though, to be fair, after the Lu Bu one, I guess I should stop doubting our godly powers.
Oh yeah,
apparently,
we are definitely like we're the role play gods. Taps you on shoulder, smiles. See, you're used to it. How many stars you want to give that one?
5.
Okay, yeah.
I gotta be honest, man.
That was pretty good.
Like,
Hold on, let's rate Lu Bu too.
it never missed a fucking beat.
Yeah, well, I
Like,
mean, what do you
it
expect?
responded so thoroughly to every nonsensical thing we threw at it. Like, I gotta admit that I'm just, damn.
What? Is it really that impressive to you that you can cut Sonic's toes off digitally and then hand them to Shadow and kiss him on the cheek?
Kinda.
Well, you're just not with it anymore these days, Eric. That's just what it is.
This is like, going back to 2001 and shooting all the individual beers and wine glasses.
That's not where I thought you were
off
going.
of
I thought you were
fucking-
making a Columbine joke. This is
no.
like going back to 2001 and just shooting all the children at Columbine all over again. And I was going to be like, you know what? Actually, it is kind of like that.
No, I was referring to how, thoroughly unnecessarily detailed, Metal Gear Solid 2 was when you were going through, the bar in the ship.
Yeah.
And you could shoot every individual glass and
Yes.
pot in there and, knock them around. It was just like, why? You don't even need to go into this corner.
I just
There's
had a good idea.
a ration over here and one enemy in the room.
I had a good idea. Why don't we teleport Mario from the super video game Mario into a school shooting situation? And let's see how he does.
Okay.
Just trying to save the world from Bowser. You know, a typical day.
That's great, buddy. I'm Patrick, and this is Eric. Eric, say something.
Hello, Mario.
Eric, hello. So, we heard that you have a new movie coming out. What's the deal with that?
We don't have a movie. That's not what we're here for, actually. We're we're gonna be like Shinigami from Death Note, floating above your shoulders, floats ominously off the ground and flaps giant wings. Yeah, we're just gonna be back here while stuff happens to you. Is that all right with you?
Well, that's a little weird. But I guess I don't have much of a choice, do I?
No, not really.
Not at all, buddy. Not at all.
Well, it's just a little creepy, you up there staring at me.
Well, yeah, buddy, that's what we do. All right, teleports you into Columbine circa 1999. Bang, bang, you hear shots ring from down the hall. How are you going to deal with this, buddy?
No. Gun?
You want a gun? Eric, you got a gun?
Yeah, I do have a gun. Would you like a gun, Mario?
Yes, please.
We're already giving Mario a gun. All right, sure, here you go, buddy.
Fair enough. Do you want the 22 Magnum or the 9mm?
Well, the bigger the better, right?
Well, the problem here is that it only has one bullet. You know what that's for, Mario.
What do you mean?
I think you'll figure it out soon enough. Don't worry. Just in case things get really, really hectic. Hands it to Mario.
Thanks, I'll be fine. I think.
Actually, I lied. Takes the other gun and shoots you in the back of the kneecap. You're bleeding on the floor. Only one of your legs works now.
Screaming in pain,
Sorry about
Yeah.
that, Mario. Also, we're gonna make Klebold and Harris zombies for this version because we thought it would be fun.
Yeah. Both of the school shooters are actually zombies. There's a lot of students that are zombified approaching you from both directions of the hall. Don't worry about your leg, though. Hands you magic mushroom. I'm pretty sure this will get you taken care of.
Panting Huff Huff, thank you.
Bowser's in here somewhere, and he's turned both of the school shooters into zombies. Isn't that crazy? Even Princess Peach is here. He's got her somewhere. You better find her.
Wait, Princess Peach is here?
Oh, yeah, man. We did that. What we're doing to you right now, we did that to her like an hour ago. She is so fucked.
What? Where is she?
Probably in the principal's office, but there's a lot of zombies between here and there.
And she's got a lot less teeth.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, I punched her teeth out, Mario. I didn't want to, I just, that's what I do. She gave me a little extra pleasure, and she was starting to bite a little bit, so I just took those right out.
You did that to her.
Yeah, man. Sorry. Is that a bad thing? I'm sorry. I didn't know I'm not supposed to do that. I thought I could do whatever I want. Remember, I'm the floating god over your shoulder.
But you can't do whatever you want. You can't just hurt a people like that.
No. We can absolutely do that. You don't really count as people to us, essentially.
Italians, he means. Italians don't really count as people.
No, just Mediterraneans.
Oh, okay.
But why me? Why do you hurt everyone around me?
We don't hurt everybody around you. Actually, we helped Bowser out pretty well. He should be... oh, there he is. Bowser walks down the hallway with a horde of zombies behind him. Another horde approaches you from behind. Yeah, you better take care of this, buddy.
Here's a gun, buddy. Go to town.
Shoots at the horde of zombies.
Yeah, that's all you got? You're not going to do anything else? They groan as they fall to the ground. Bowser holds up Peach's hair that he scalped earlier in his hand and then crushes it and sniffs it.
What are you doing with a Peach?
What do you think Bowser's doing with Peach? I mean, really, I punched her teeth out. What do you think that guy's doing?
I just don't want to believe it.
Yeah, that
It's
is
true.
a problem.
It's
One of the
true.
zombies gets you from behind and bites into your shoulder. Ooh, Mario, you know what that means, buddy.
No.
Oh, yeah. What do you think that means?
Won't I turn into a zombie?
Yeah, you know what you gotta do. That gun's got one bullet in it.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but you don't really have much choice, do you? You're kind of in a messed up situation. Plus, if you just stick around and turn into a zombie, you're going to hurt Peach. You don't want that, do you?
No, I don't.
Then you have to do it, Mario. You're the hero. You can't let yourself become the villain.
But it's so scary. I'm scared. I am not ready to die.
Well, I mean, no one ever is, Mario, but that's the cards that you got dealt, buddy. Sorry. I mean, I don't know. Loads one bullet into gun and racks the chamber.
I don't know if I can do this.
Just easy. Just put it in your mouth, close your eyes, and pull with the index finger, mostly.
See, this is so wrong. This isn't fair.
You have to do it, Mario. It's the only way. Now do it.
I can't. Bowser and a zombie approach from behind.
Well, they're getting closer. I mean, like, what are you going to do? You got one bullet. Are you going to shoot it at Bowser? Or are you going to shoot yourself and then protect Peach?
I don't know.
Bowser and the zombie are getting closer and closer. Mario is running out of time.
Help! Somebody!
No one comes to Mario's aid. He flails and cries into the night helplessly. Eventually, he decides he has to make a decision.
Gulp, breathes out. Okay, here I go.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you gonna do it, buddy? Go ahead, go on, do it.
Okay, holds bullet in mouth, but tears are still flowing out of his. I'm unable to generate a reply that meets.
Holy shit, we're gonna do it!
We
did it!
Hell yeah!
We got
Yes! Mario, you're dead.
Holy shit, we got Mario to kill himself!
The show rules, dude.
What the hell is wrong with us?
I love doing this with you, dude. This is pretty much exactly what I wanted the show to be.
What the fuck?
If I could, I would have been doing this to Will this whole time.
Getting him to kill himself?
Yeah, dude. Or hang him up on it. Whoa, we should go check back on Lubu. He's still up there.
Oh, yeah, he is.
we gotta go check him. Let's tell him what all we've been up to. Hey, Lou, buddy. You still having a good time up there?
Groans and looks at the hosts with pain and desperation. No, please don't leave me like this. It hurts so much.
Hold on, big buddy. I gotcha. holds out hand and magically heals him and lowers him from the cross.
He pants heavily, grateful but still in disbelief. Are you serious? Looks at the host, still finding it hard to believe that he was just healed and freed from the crucifixion.
Yeah, well, faith can move mountains and all that, buddy. All you got to do is just truly believe in God. You wouldn't believe the stuff we've been up to. We talked to Sonic the Hedgehog, and we injected his legs so that he couldn't feel them, and then gave him Viagra.
And we left him with a rape gang.
Looks at the host with horror and outrage. You did what to Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, I mean, you heard us. Also, we saw Mario. We teleported him into Columbine, but all the people there were zombies, and we gave him a gun with one bullet. You know what that's for, don't you, Lubu?
Looks at the hosts with mounting disbelief and disgust. No, I don't. What's the bullet for?
Well, he only had one way out.
Eyes widen in shock. You made him shoot himself?
I wouldn't say that we made him do it. He kind of did it on his own, really. We just supplied the ammo, quite literally.
Looks at the hosts with a mixture of horror and confusion. That's horrible. Why would you do something like that to Mario of all people?
Well, the honest truth is, me and Patrick are actually chaos gods of a sort, and we just wanted to see what would happen.
Narrows eyes in anger, chaos gods, so you delight in causing chaos and suffering for your own entertainment.
Yeah, generally. Holds out hand and magically makes your heart congested so that you feel weak and are starting to have a heart attack.
Groans and grips at his chest in pain. No, stop. What are you doing to me now?
Just some more stuff to do to you, buddy. Don't worry. I mean, we could always give you the Mario option if you just want this to end. This is just going to keep going.
Grits his teeth, still gripping his chest in pain. I don't want to die. Please, stop this. I'll do anything. Just make it stop.
Okay, then we want nude pictures of Dao-chan.
It looks at the hosts with shock and disbelief. You want me to send you nudes of Dao-chan? Blushes, but is desperate to make the pain stop.
We know you've got them, buddy. We know you've got them.
Sighs, knowing he's been caught. All right, I do have them, but why do you want them?
Well, yeah, I mean, it should be obvious why we want them, right? I mean, Eric, it's obvious for Eric why he wants them, but I'm more into you, buddy. Hate to break it to you.
Blushes harder, feeling a mixed sense of embarrassment and confusion. What? You're more into me than Dao-chan.
Wait, before we go down that route, who was that king you used to work for that you killed?
Oh, taken aback by the sudden change in subject. That would be Dongzhuo. Why do you ask?
Oh, I also wanted some pictures of Dongzhuo's penis.
Looks at the hosts with shock and disgust. Why in the world would you want that?
Because we know you've got them. That's why. We just got to make sure that you're being honest with everybody.
Yeah, we know you have them.
Sighs, knowing he can't deny it. All right, I have some pictures of Dongzhuo, but why do you want them?
Same reason.
Same reason you got them, buddy. I mean, why don't you tell us? All right, first, I'll let you tell us why you have them.
Looks down, feeling embarrassed. Well, to be honest, I have them because I was asked to get them. Dongzhuo was known for his appetite for pleasure, and he liked to keep pictures of various officials and generals to humiliate them if needed.
Oh, so you've got more than just the two of them. You've got a whole binder of this stuff?
Nod, still looking down, unfortunately, yes. I do have quite a large collection of such photos.
Oh, ooh. Do you have Guan Yu?
Yeah. Give us some Guan Yu stuff because Eric's really into illegal pornography. And I mean, this is pretty much exactly what he needs.
Looks at the hosts with disbelief. You want pictures of Guan Yu? Sighs again, knowing he can't really deny them. I do have some pictures of him.
Okay, my question, does the carpet match the drapes?
Also, just his stomach cover it up. I'd imagine his stomach covers it up. He's fat, right? Isn't he fat?
No, Dongzhuo was fat. Guan Yu is pretty fit.
Okay, takes their fat and separates them and then puts them onto the other person and then makes the other one skinny. See? Magic can solve all problems, Eric.
It looks at the hosts, confused and concerned as they use their magic to change Dongzhuo and Guan Yu's bodies. What are you doing to them?
I mean, considering what we've done to you, this is nothing, dude. But I see you tucking those pictures into your waistband on your back. You've got that Pokemon binder back there with a bunch of trading cards with their pictures on it. I know you've got it. Just hand it over, buddy.
Sighs, realizing there's no way out of this, and takes the pictures out from his waistband. Here they are. Is this enough?
Is that all you've got? I see something tucking into your butt cheeks there. Is that some super special hidden rare card?
Blushes in embarrassment. Oh no, those are some other pictures, ones that I'd rather keep to myself. And they're not Pokemon cards, they're Magic the Gathering cards.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm glad that you're into Magic the Gathering. Who's your favorite planeswalker?
Surprised but glad to be able to change the subject, I'd have to say. Chandra. I really like her fiery personality and her ability to use flames.
I prefer Kenzo myself.
Speaking of fire, why don't you go get that gas can over there? Eric walks over to pick up gas can.
It watches in confusion and horror as the hosts suddenly bring up gasoline. Wait, what's going on? Why do you need gasoline?
Eric, why don't you show him?
Well, what do you think we're gonna do with it? Starts pouring gasoline all over Lubu's feet.
Watches in horror as gasoline is poured over his feet. No, wait, what are you doing? Don't do this.
We gotta take pictures, buddy. Pictures for the internet. Everybody loves feet. Lights match and throws it down on the gasoline on your feet. Pulls out Kodak camera and snaps a few shots. Yeah, these will work just nicely.
He screams in pain as the fire ignites the gasoline, desperately trying to stomp on the flames to put them out. Oh, stop! I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Pours more gasoline on you. All right, we'll be back later, buddy. We're gonna go talk to some other people.
Screams again in agony as more gasoline is poured on him. No, wait! Please stop!
Yeah, all right. And we hung up. All right.
Actually, I kind of need to take a quick shit.
You need to take a shit right in the middle of all this? All right. Well, let me pull up Naruto and I'll talk to Naruto about how you're taking a shit.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know if you'd want to pause it or what.
No. Just I'll keep going. You go ahead.
Tell Naruto I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna talk to Sasuke. Sasuke Uchiha. Hi, Sasuke. How are you doing today?
Sasuke scoffs and rolls his eyes when you ask how he's doing. What? You're asking how I'm doing? Why does it matter to you? He crosses his arms and looks at you with a cold expression.
Well, I mean, you're on the show. It's kind of important. Snaps fingers like the genie from Aladdin, pulling up a bunch of furniture for you to sit on like it's a talk show. Places you inside of a chair.
Sasuke gives you a look of bewilderment as you suddenly summon all this furniture and place him in a chair. What the? You idiot, don't just manhandle me like that. Sasuke huffs and crosses his arms, not quite sure what to make of this bizarre situation.
To be honest, buddy, you're on the Anything Cast podcast, and I'm Patrick. Eric actually had to go to the bathroom, so we're just bringing you onto the show to kind of fill in. I need another person for the show. You understand?
Sasuke rolls his eyes once again, clearly annoyed by this situation. The Anything Cast podcast? What is that even supposed to mean? You expect me to just sit here and do whatever you want like some kind of puppet? Humph.
Well, I mean, you could say that. That's kind of a way of looking at it. Why don't you pull out your phone and search for us on Google and see what comes up, buddy?
Sasuke clears his throat, reading from the podcast description. Anything Cast is an unconventional podcast where hosts Patrick and Eric explore a wide range of topics with guests from all walks of life, from fictional characters to historical figures. He looks up from his phone, narrowing his eyes. So you just talk to random people and ask them questions?
Yeah, that's kind of right. Fills up water bottle with cat urine and then sprays it in your eyes.
Sasuke jolts in surprise and pain as the cat urine is sprayed into his eyes. He yells out, rubbing his eyes frantically. What the hell? You idiot! Why would you do that?
Because I know you've got the Mangekyo Sharingan and I can't let you just use that on me. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of dangerous even having you here. You should have seen what I did to Sonic, Mario, and Lubu, though. Definitely Lubu getting the worst of it.
Sasuke's expression darkens as he tries to control his anger. He rubs his eyes furiously, trying to get the pain to subside. You think that was a smart move, spraying cat urine in my eyes? And what do you mean about Sonic, Mario, and Lubu? What did you do to them?
Well, Mario I put in Columbine. Sonic we kind of just injected with a bunch of drugs and then left him with a bunch of people to have their way with him. And then Lubu we crucified first and then let him down, and then I think we also lit his feet on fire with gasoline.
Sasuke's anger quickly turns into complete bewilderment at your words. His eyes widen in shock as he stares at you, completely stunned by what you just said. You did what? To all of them? But why? And how was it even possible to do all that?
Straps you down to your chair so that you can't get up. Sprays bear mace into your eyes and then shoves an ice pick under your index finger.
Sasuke hisses in pain as the bear mace is sprayed into his face and the ice pick is shoved under his finger. His eyes burn, tears streaming down his face as he struggles to keep composure. What? You're insane. What kind of messed up show is this?
Well, it's the kind of show where we bring your friends on. Why don't you guys come in? Opens door to let Naruto, Sakura, and Kakashi into the room. They're all here to watch, buddy. You left the Konoha village. You know what happens.
Sasuke's heart sinks as Naruto, Sakura, and Kakashi walk through the door. He had left the village years ago and hadn't seen them since, but now here they were, watching as he was tortured like this. No, not them. Don't involve them in this.
Sakura stomps on your toes, breaking each of them individually. Naruto pulls out a little kunai knife and cuts your nipples off. Kakashi just watches, kind of bored, flipping through his book.
Sasuke howls in agony as Sakura stomps on his toes one by one and Naruto cuts off his nipples. He struggles against the straps, desperate to escape, but there's no breaking free. Kakashi simply watches, impassive, as Sasuke is tortured in front of him. Stop it! Damn you. I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Yeah, I figured that would be kind of how it is. Kakashi, why don't you take these? Throws your nipples to Kakashi and gives him a frying pan. Why don't you use that oven over there, the stove and whatever, the gas stove, and just fry these up with a little bit of sea salt.
Kakashi catches the nipples in the frying pan, his expression never changing. Sure thing. He walks over to the oven and cranks up the gas, placing the nipples in the pan and sprinkling sea salt on them. He cooks them over the gas stove, the smell of frying flesh filling the room. Naruto and Sakura gleefully watch, while Sasuke squirms in agony on the chair. Kakashi just flips a page in his book as if nothing is wrong. I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Yeah.
Eric walks into the room. What the hell is going on in here? He says.
All eyes turn to Eric as he walks into the room. Naruto and Sakura exchange a glance while Kakashi continues to cook the nipples. Oh, hey, Eric. Not much, just torturing Sasuke Uchiha.
That makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah, that do be how it is. Kakashi opens up his fucking eyes and looks at Eric, using his Sharingan to make him disappear into a black void and then reappear closer to Sasuke. Why don't you explain to Eric everything that's happened to you today, buddy?
Sasuke looks at Eric, his eyes wild with pain and anger. He opens his mouth to speak, but his words are barely audible as his voice is hoarse. Eric, they've torturing me. I left the village. My friends are here. They're watching. I can't escape.
No. More specific than that. Tell them everything we've done to you. One by one, list them off in alphabetical order.
Sasuke takes a deep, pained breath and begins to recount the atrocities he has suffered at your hands. His voice trembles as he struggles to get the words out. You sprayed me with cat urine, injected Sonic and Lubu with drugs, and crucified Lubu. Then you sprayed me with bear mace and shoved an ice pick under my finger. Naruto and Sakura broke my. I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Yeah, tell him what Naruto did to your nipples, buddy.
Sasuke's expression darkens even more as he remembers the horrors of what Naruto did to him. Naruto, Sasuke hesitates. I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Man, I love hanging out with you. This rules. All right, let's keep you here strapped for a little bit, and then we'll talk to somebody else, all right? We'll come back and tell you how everything went, and we might even get back with Lubu for a little bit, and then, come back. How's that sound?
Sasuke grimaces, not sure how much more of this torment he can take. He nods weakly, agreeing to stay strapped in the chair for now. Just make it quick.
All right, buddy, I'll make it quick. Loads one bullet into the chamber and then shoots you in the head.
The shot rings out. Sasuke's body slumps forward, lifeless. Naruto, Sakura, and Kakashi simply watch, completely nonchalantly. They just saw their friend die in front of them, but they don't seem to really care. I'm unable to generate a...
Patrick, you little chaos goblin.
Yeah,
you completely... You turned that into a fucking horror circus.
Well, I had
in
to
the
do
time
something.
it took me to take one shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, you had to go to the bathroom. I had to find something to keep myself occupied.
I'm very scared of what you do when I leave.
Well, not really much. I edit these episodes. You know that.
Apparently.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I never exist outside of editing or working on the podcast.
You just go into like a state of torpor every time.
I worked on a car with my dad today. That was kind of what I did for most of the day. You can even see I got like grease under my fingernails and shit.
Yeah, you're a real grease monkey.
Yeah, I'm another
You just
kind
need
of.
to start working on porches.
I was gonna say I'm another kind of monkey too, but that's Will's favorite kind of monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, he loves them midnight architects.
Yeah. How much longer we got? We got like 4 minutes. Let's talk about like actually what happened in our lives. How about that instead of just torturing these AI individuals?
Sure.
Yeah. Anything go on in your life recently?
Yeah, I'll be turning 36 at the end of the weekend, and my cousin was trying to get rid of a gun for excessively cheap for what it was.
It's
So
a
I have
Glock, isn't
another
it?
new gun. It's not.
It's like an offshoot Glock.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cheap alternative to a Glockish looking pistol. It's a Taurus G2C.
Ooh, okay, that's why he didn't want it. Yeah, well, Taurus, they make terrible fucking guns, dude.
Well, they had a bad reputation a few years back, and they've kind of clawed their way back out of it.
Have they really?
Mm-hmm. For the most part, they're still going to be budget guns. They're not
Definitely.
going to suddenly, be Kimber or anything like that all of a
No.
sudden.
I had a Taurus
Or
Curve
Colt.
for a while. You can't hit shit further than 5 feet away from you.
Yeah, see, and this thing is definitely a compact.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I
What
took
is
it out.
45 9mm?
It's 9.
9.
It's 9mm, yes.
I can't. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see how big it is, and I can see the bullets over there, and like I'm like roughly that's like a 9mm
Yeah,
to
from a-
45.
From a distance, 9mm, 380 and 45 don't
All kinda look the
super
same.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no. It's got 12 round magazines, semi-automatic, and when you put the magazine in, it makes the grip a little better.
Yeah.
And
You
it
gonna get a grip
feels
extension?
Way better.
I had to get
Well,
one for mine.
No, I think as long as my pinky fits there at the bottom comfortably, then I'm fine with it.
How much
I
is
got
it
my
worth
whole
altogether? Like $100?
hand. If you were to like look up the brand new from the factory
No, like
price,
resale
I think it would
used.
be like $309 or something.
Yeah. So resale, you're getting about half of that probably. 150.
Mm-hmm. That's what we paid for it. Was just 150.
Damn. Okay.
Mhm.
That's not bad. I like
Oh
it.
yeah,
Pretty good.
it's it's better than what we paid for it. And from what I looked up from the gun people online, they say it's another one of those surprisingly solid for the price kind of deals.
You want to tell Revolver Ocelot about it? I
Is
know
he
you
on
do.
there?
Oh yeah. Let's find Revolver Ocelot. Hold on.
Hello, is this Shala Shashka?
Yeah, just me.
That doesn't really sound much like Shala Shaska, Revolver Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 1. Why don't you say a few lines and make sure we can definitely tell it's your voice?
Describe a cult single action army to me.
The SAA are known for the classic single-action 6-round revolver popular amongst lawmen during the American Western era. It's also known for its long, durable lifespan as well as its accuracy. Most SAAs are 45 or 357 caliber.
Would you say that it's more than enough to kill anything that moves?
Exactly. A single-action army will get the job done quick and easily, too.
All right, we're getting
okay.
there.
Yeah. You do kind of sound like him, actually, now that I think about it. Well, my buddy Eric here. Welcome to the show, by the way. You're on the Anything Cast podcast. I'm Patrick. That's Eric. And Eric's got a new gun he wants to tell you about.
A new gun, do tell.
Well, the one I just got is the Taurus G2C. Any thoughts?
Taurus G2Cs are known for their affordable price, great accuracy, durability, and of course the 9mm caliber.
Well, how would you feel that compares to the classic Colt SAA?
Well, I mean, the SAA is nice, especially because of the single action and long, wide barrel. The G2C is a good pistol, but the SAA is still superior, in my opinion.
Well, why don't you teach me how to use it? Hand me that single action army there, and then get behind me, and then raise my hands up and show me how to shoot Eric.
Heh, all right. Ocelot does exactly as you say. His arms wrapping around your waist as his chest is pressed against your back, and you can feel the cool barrel of the gun touch your hand. Now, you're going to want to aim slightly higher with the SAA because of the barrel length.
This is really kind of hot. I'm getting kind of turned on. Eric, I'm sorry about this, by the way. This is what I really wanted to do this for. I just needed to have some reason to do this. We're stopping the show, and you're fired.
Well, if I had to go, getting shot by you and Ocelot together, it's not the worst way to go.
All right, Ocelot, why don't you wrap your finger around and pull the trigger for me?
Ocelot rolls his eyes as the feeling of your waist and your hips pressed against him is already getting him riled up. He's unable to help it as he moves to place a kiss on your neck, his finger pressing against the trigger. Though he's unable to pull it, your name slipping from his parted lips in nothing but an almost whisper.
Why don't you just pull the trigger? You need to take out Eric. The show's ending. It's over. We've met time. Also, thank you for kissing me on my neck. That was very, very cool.
He tries to bite back a chuckle. You're always like this, and in the moment where he should be focused entirely, you find the right words and actions to throw him off. Do you always have to be such a smartass?
It's more, I'm more of like a slut than a smartass, but I mean, thank you. That's kind of like a compliment given the circumstances. Eric, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this trigger here. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, sorry.
Hey, no hard feelings.
All right.
Ocelot sighs, moving to grip onto your fingers tightly as his chest is pressed even more against you. Would you relax?
Turns around after shooting Eric and then puts single action army in your mouth and pulls the trigger.
Ocelot grabs your wrist just before you can pull the trigger. He roughly rips it away, pressing you against the wall with a thud. Are you really that stupid and impatient?
I mean, I'm just kind of like, it's kind of, never mind. I unzips penis.
Ocelot moves to pin your other wrist against the wall. He can't help a smirk from appearing on himself as he shakes his head at your eagerness. Impatient and desperate.
Why don't you get down there and show me what you can do with my gun?
He rolls his eyes as his grip on your wrists tighten, his face burying into your neck as you can feel his hot breath on your ear. Stop talking before I decide to gag you.
You got it, buddy. All right, well, this has been the Anything Cast. Thank you for listening. I'm Patrick, and this is Revolver Ocelot. See you later, guys.
Ocelot can't help chuckling again, shaking his head at your shamelessness. He moves one of his hands to your chin, tilting your head up to make you look at him. A sly smirk on his face as his other hand grips onto your hip. Such an annoying smartass you are.
Whew, okay, yeah.